Let's continue talking about menstruation in Africa, because we've been talking a lot about the book in the flow, but I'm still quite curious to know what is precisely the taboo about, and especially here in Africa.
Well, Africa is very diverse, and we have different communities. Most of the communities associate menstruation with reproduction, sexuality, which is again another taboo. People don't want to talk about sex, and the moment a girl gets her first menstruation, to some societies, especially the Bantu societies, that is the time to groom them for marriage. So usually there is a rite of passage, which we call jando and unyago. So girls have to go to a camp. They have to be taught about sexuality, how to satisfy a man. So everything about a woman is to satisfy a man. And for those communities, they have to, they go through this training, and then after that, there will be arranged marriage. So she has to go and get married. So obviously, after that moment, a girl child will not have a chance to stay with her mom. And the training is not done by a parent. It's done by someone else, like a teacher.
Men or women?
Women, older women. They do train the girls about how, different positions and all sorts of things. Mostly is to satisfy a man. So that's why menstruation is never talked about, especially for that kind of a child. She will never have time to spend with her parent. After the camp, she comes back, she's married.
So you're saying that as soon as a girl gets the first menstruation within that particular community,
the Bantu community, yes.
They go to this training, and then after
that
training,
parents will arrange marriage.
How old are they? 13?
Maybe 14. That is the time they get married.
And so they're not going to live with their parents anymore?
No, they will not live with their parents anymore. So they won't have a chance to discuss anything related to menstruation. So the next time she will come back, maybe she gets her baby. She might go to her mom's house so that she can look after her. That period after you deliver a baby, there's a long healing process. They have to cook you. You have to always eat hot meal. They have to bath you with hot water. That is when you go to your mother for the first time after you got your menstruation. So you don't really don't have time to discuss menstruation, because it is equivalent to sex. And you don't want to discuss sex with your parent. No. It's an ugly thing to talk about. It's also another sort of body shaming for a woman. It's just ugly. It's just uncomfortable to discuss menstruation. My mom is a nurse. She hasn't gone to school, but she is a traditional nurse. When I got my menstruation, she never talked to me about it. She called an aunt to discuss and to teach me how to use menstruation pad. So I had a chance to be taught, but not by my mom. So I never talk about it with my parents. And and that is how I found out that my mom is 59 years old and she's still menstruating. I am 39. I'm not menstruating anymore. So she's even surprised. Why is it happening to me and my twin sister? So I couldn't really have an opportunity to dig deeper. Why are we experiencing this? Where did it start? Who actually had the same experience within our family. We have a research to do. So a lot has been hidden. And in many African societies, knowledge is something that is hidden and owned by only few people. And those people who own knowledge have been they have held a very important position in the society. So they wouldn't let that knowledge to other people, because that way they will lose their position.
The power.
Yes, the power. The power of healing. Like the traditional healers, they know a lot of stuff that they don't want to share with anybody because they want to possess the knowledge. And that is how knowledge goes in most of the African societies. The healing, the medicinal plants, all this knowledge is not openly discussed. There are some people who want to own it. And I think it happens arbitrarily. People learn things arbitrarily by trial and error. And then when they learn something, they don't want to share it because they will lose their position and their relevance in the society.
But I've got a few things that I would like to kind of jump into, because I think I've learned here when someone, let's say, kind of develops him or herself more, kind of learns more, has probably ideas as for my child, I would like to improve our living situation. And there's already very often a bit of envy happening, right?
Yes, envy happening. And again, for example, in Iraqi community, for a person to be a chief, you don't just become a chief. You have to know some magic. You must have some healing powers. It's not about your leadership, but it is about the knowledge. And this knowledge, we can't have everybody become a chief, like a king, right? So you earn that position by convincing the society that you're the most knowledgeable person.
Okay.
And those knowledgeable people are more celebrated than the rest of the people.